Hello, everyone. Welcome to match of the Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League. This is playoffs. This is round one. Game 2 match between Phendrana Drifters and Banana Brigade. Uh, I am Pixcalibur, doing the commentary on this, and yeah, a little bit of technical stuff going on, so I think should be okay right now. So we are doing co-op duality for this match, and I had to look this one up just to make sure. So this is basic rule talk co-op info share, open mode, 1-5. So I believe that's one crystal to get into GT and 5 to be able to defeat Ganon. Key sanity. And now, interesting thing here is one player has to defeat Ganon. The other player has to pull the trifle from the pedestal. The chat can correct me if I got something wrong on that. Um, you don't do the same final objective. So it's kind of being able to split the duties between the two sides. Who's going to do what? And just had to check the standings. So I believe Banana Brigade is up one game. The first game, I believe, was Cross Keys. I'm trying to remember because I know I was tracking on that match as well. So everything's actually fairly close until the end. So really pulling that one off. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, there's really a lot of stuff being found here. Again, this is full sanity, so looking like Jet found a glove, big key in Vinnie Moldorm Cave. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna rely on the chat here to kind of get me up to speed here on the first few minutes. See, looking like a Pearl was in Eastern, so looking like Tito's is going to be on the way to get that. And let's see, what big key was in? Okay, so Swamp Palace big. Okay, just fetch quest big in Mini Moldorm. See the mountain with okay, Skullwood small key. Yeah, so looking like Tito's has that pearl that looked to be where the. Not sure if that was the map chest or the rupee chest. Let's see, Agina. Okay, well, armor. That's fine, just for safeties. And okay, early lamp, or well, somewhat early lamp. That's in lower paradox. All right, that's good to get that out of the way. Because I mean, in terms of lamp logic, I believe this is like advanced. So you just need a fire rod if there's a torch in there or something. So already finding mitts, and upper paradox. So probably going to assume we're going to see some Dark Death Mountain exploration. Both Jet and Yoshi have mitts. Let's see. Oh no, not gonna go further than that yet. Kind of interesting because they would be able to, so they just can't do the top. They don't have a hammer, but they can go through the bottom. Probably just waiting on that for later on, I guess. Actually, no, Jet's gonna need that Moon Pearl. I think Yoshi's the same thing, actually. So, okay, that's fair. They have to get the Moon Pearl first. So already both routes found, so Trinex is an option once pick up enough keys. Yeah, it was the map chest that had the Moon Pearl. And Yoshi taking a look into the front of Escape. I'm trying to think of... I'm not sure if we've looked into that yet. If any of the other runners have looked into that. Megawatt, which should be our first look into Dark Death Mountain. So I'm kind of guessing the front of the early checks are pretty stacked because I know it looks like all the runners have like the same stuff, so it was a pretty stacked start. That was might have been Quake. Didn't quite get a good look at that. Quake for Meyer. Believe I just saw. Oh boy, there's a bunch of keys coming up. Okay, Meyer big. Oh, that's kind of on the doorstep of Meyer. Got a big key to Eastern. At least I think I saw that. That was in the cell. A bombos for TR. Didn't look like anything in with Dark Cross. And that was okay. These towns small in the Meyer shed as well. And Megawatt just going to, you know, take that big key and, you know, let's see. At least you got Quake. Not sure where. Don't remember where that was. And just Megawatt's just gonna play that through and see what's in Meyer. Hookshot Cave, GT Small. Oh, okay, that's where Quake was. Okay, so Hookshot Cave. TR Small in Skull Woods, and oh, that's pretty convenient for Megawatt there. So, now you don't have. I don't think anyone's found Samaria yet. But you know, if whenever they do that, Vitreous is free. Oh boy, yeah, Meyer is hitting some pay dirt right there. Tito's already taking a look into GT, at least the first part of it. I don't think there was much at the beginning there, because it is one crystal to get in. But this is 5 to defeat Ganon. And there's that fire rod for Yoshi. And it's looking like Tito's is going to be following suit into Meyer, so should be picking up, I believe it was silver arrows and hammer in there. We're taking a look into Hype Cave. Let's see, is it anything useful today? Oh, got a shovel, okay. Pot Small. Okay, more money. Yeah. Not too much. Okay, but Pot Small's fine. And see what if that shovel, let's see if that goes into anything. All right, looking like from chat, Thieves Town and Desert are 5-6 crystals for today. Yeah, I kind of missed that. It's kind of hard to track four screens at the same time here. So really appreciate the chat for catching probably a lot of stuff I'm going to be missing. Yeah, that's a good moth fight on Yoshi's end. Yeah, they're running out of magic. That's when it gets a little bit difficult, and manages to squeeze that one through. Green pendant. Oh yeah, I think it was known there was a green pendant on Skull Woods. So I'm going to be a little curious with these teams. Like, when do they decide, like, who's going to defeat Ganon and who's going to pull a pedestal? Maybe at this point it might still be early, especially we don't have really the pendant crystal info, not all of it yet. So at this point, you probably just still get whatever you can find. And it's probably not going to be surprising that you find, like, say, items for crystals in the pendant dungeon and vice versa. Alright, just saw the Desert Big in the Hera early basement. Alright, so Megawatt also finding the book in the compass chest of Hera. So that's at least going to get a scout of the Ether medallion, Ether tablet, and see what that has, if anything. You know, at least you can tell your teammate that, nothing important, or we have to do it. Alright, nice Moldorm fight there. So let's see, what does Hera give? Okay, Crystal. Okay, that's fine. Okay, just got a brief look. I saw TR was a blue pendant. So we're gonna need bombos at some point. Oh, that's okay. That's good to know. So in this case, we're definitely looking for We definitely need another sword, but you want to get it sooner rather than later. Yeah, chat confirming. Yeah, that's boots on Ether tablet. And looking like I assume Titos is gonna go for that information as well. Yeah. All right, so Megawatt into GT. Yeah, it looks like it can do the left side. Got hook shot. Got enough keys to work with. Let's see if you can find Samaria, another sword. That would be nice to see. And in chat, yeah. So Eastern Palace had Fire Rod, and yeah, 2 pendants are hidden behind that. So you're gonna have to have some amount of overlap. So yeah, when your teammate tells you, "Hey, you need to clear this," you got this item here. Yeah, you just make a straight run for that. It's not a big issue. And looking like SpeedGaming 2 got a rating party of 42. Welcome. Oh boy, so Megawatt. We'll go into that just a little bit there. Yeah, but welcome SpeedGaming 2 to Invitational League playoffs. This is round 1 between Phendrana Drifters and Banana Brigade. Game 2, Banana Brigade took game 1. I believe that was a cross keys mode for that first game. Now this one is co-op duality. So I guess for those not familiar with it, basically one person has to defeat Ganon, the other person has to pull the pedestal. So you're gonna have to do all your pendants and at least 5 crystals to be able to defeat Ganon here. And well, the left side of GT is pretty loaded there. So that's a mirror, and earlier on in the double firebar room was Samaria. So that's interesting, because that's gonna... I guess we'll just explore the right side of GT now. That's fully in play. Now, Megawatt finding that mirror in the rando room. Now, I'm hoping that might help to do the front of escape. Oh boy, that GT is holy smokes, that's loaded. So we add flippers, the big key to thieves. So that's a full clear of Thieves Town right now. We've got the small key as well. But like I said, with Megawatt getting that mirror, I don't think they've checked Pyramid Ledge yet. That would be as good a time as any to pair that up. And if they can... I think they had the Desert Big as well. I think we've seen that. So even the Pyramid Ferry might be able to just somehow get that merged in. Because you don't want to isolate the escape sequence. That's just not going to be easy to get back to as a lone check. Okay, Megawatt's gonna have a little bit tricky because, don't have the fire rod, so this gets a little bit tricky, especially when also low on health to boot here. Didn't look like green pendant drop was anything. Okay, nice job on Megawatt's side to get through all that. Okay, compass room here. Let's see, TR. I think that's at least 3 TR smalls. So that... I still need bombos to get in, but you can get all the way to the back and clear. You have to just ditch the lava chest. Okay, there's a Skullwood's big on the cliff, on the Death Mountain. A Spectacle Rock cliff there. And I'm not sure if we have knowledge of the other pendant yet, because I know I got a glimpse of the blue pendant in TR. But I don't think, at least I didn't see where the red one is yet. Alright, so this time Megawatt doing, going through Thieves Town, Tito's in Swamp House, just finding powder. So that puts the magic bat into play. Because I don't think anyone's run purple chest yet. Hammer pegs, and we didn't have the hammer until doing Mire. Yeah, good thing for silver arrows, so Jack getting away into the big key room, so picking up their flippers. Big key to thieves. Yeah, fighter sword, well, Tito's doing a pretty good job with that. And the silver arrows, very nice, easy KO right there. Okay, there's Berna. Nope, okay, so both... Oh no, D-Stone was a red crystal, and then Swamp is a regular crystal. So still trying to figure out where that other pendant is. I mean, it could be like in Mire, which is... That's free to go down. No, Mire would look like a crystal as well. Ice is a crystal. So, might be Pod? Desert, I think Desert was the other red crystal. Okay, so Hammer Peg's nothing. K45 also nothing. So, yeah, I think by process of elimination, I think it's just Pod that we don't have any info on. Because we saw, like, a brief glimpse of Ice, Mire, TR as a pendant. So, yeah, I think Pod should be the other pendant at this point. Which, trying to think if they have enough keys. They probably have enough keys to complete it. Yeah, I don't know how many Pod keys they've found so far. Okay, so they go one into let's see, front of desert. Just saw a blue boomerang there. So take this to the... Have the big key, so we can just take that to the back and clear this up for the other red crystal. Now, this is interesting because you can do Pyramid Fairy. And that's probably going to be the best chance to do Front of Escape at that point. Because that's going to be a big thing to... If he it kind of pairs all that together, gets that Eastern big. A nice quick KO of Landmolas, and that is the wrong medallion. Ether, we know Ether is not going to be useful for anything. Oh, no, Ether... No, yeah, Ether is not going to be useful for anything. Now let's see. When is now? Yeah, now when are you gonna? When would I believe Megawatt has both red crystals now? So I mean, when do you even consider doing Pyramid Fairy? Because that's still kind of out of the way. All right, so Yoshi, I believe this is our first look into Pod. 3 keys, that's enough to get... Oh, no, 4 keys. No, okay, that's definitely enough to get to the back, and probably can just straight complete the level, and you can pretty much get almost everything. This is game 2. Game 1 was cross keys. Now, so in this mode, like, if you pull the pedestal, is that just going to be just a Triforce in this case? Or is it still just a random item? Okay, so it's essentially just the getting to the Triforce. Okay, so there's no risk of like some vanilla sword there or something. The troll. Ooh boy. So Tito's. So Skullwood's big chest yielding over Pod Big. So that's going to be required for whoever's doing pendants. Alright, so let's see. So found the Hera Big in Pod. And GT Small. I don't know if that's all their GT Small keys. Yeah, so we're still looking for Bombos. Because in terms of crystals, I think we're fine. It's just going to be where's... yeah, Bombos, and then, yeah, TR Big. I think we have enough keys. I think we have, like, at least 3 smalls, so we're fine on that. We just need the big key somewhere. Okay, left side swamp. Let's see anything in here. Okay, so now Megawatt's going for Pyramid Fairy. This is about as good a chance as you're going to get to mirror into the front of Escape. And the ledge, okay, nothing. Icebreaker chest, nothing. Okay, let's see what's in here. Could be Vanilla Sword would be nice. Let's see, Heart Container. Oh, okay, Mushroom. All right, then more fetch quest. I guess we'll take that. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And That might be okay. So Bombo's tablet. That sounded. It looked like the desert small from that description. Okay, graveyard ledge. Okay, free blue potion in a bottle, so I might as well take that. That's always a nice safety to have. Okay, it didn't look like anything of note in ice. Because I didn't see anything. Oh, okay, well, Bombos was... Just suddenly saw... I did not catch where Bombos was. Alright, so Catfish dropping the other Castle Tower small. Magic Bat with another pot small. And unfortunately, I don't think I saw Megawatt go into front of Escape. So that Easter Big is going to be pretty isolated at this point. At least I don't think they have it yet, because they would have completed Eastern by this point if they had the Easter Big. Now this is going to be a little bit annoying if Helmer Sword drops a sword. Because it's looking like Yoshi might be the one on Banana Brigade going for pendants. I mean, if you're gonna take out Pendant Pod, and you still need another sword, at least your teammate's gonna need another sword for Ganon. And so far, we've only found just one sword. Okay, so what do we have on Helmasaur? Okay, just 20 rupees, that's fine. Alright, so Spike Cave had nothing. The right side of Pod. Okay, there we go. So there was a sword on the Bowlock side. Alright, Megawatt is making their way into the front of Escape, so finally gonna go down for that Eastern Big. So Yoshi in Ice Palace probably making a beeline towards, I'm assuming, is where Bombos is. I missed it the first time around. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, the kind of just the kind of spike room. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So that is 2 swords in pod. So harmless, the harmless trap room there. With another sword. Now, Yoshi didn't really explore... I don't think they explored that area. Let's see. Well, they probably had to explore at least the right side. The Bowlock side, I would think. Yeah, Yoshi has at least 1 sword, so Titos must know that. You got at least goes in the pod to get at least 1 of the swords in there. Alright, so Yoshi getting boots and looking like Jet is just a smidge behind. We'll be grabbing their boots. It's kind of late in the seed. I'm not going to get too much mileage out of this, but might as well get what you can. So I think we just saw our TR big. That was Bonk Rocks. Okay, though this is going to be a little interesting now. Because Yoshi is going into TR and is not going to find a TR big in there. But yeah, the portal save. Yeah, that's it. It's right in the open, so it's easy to get to that. Okay, so Cape in TR. And yes, confirmed Desert Small on the Bombo's tablet. Okay, so Tito's making their way into Pod. Probably just gonna get the one sword that Yoshi found. Um, Not sure you're gonna really go further than that. And you got silver arrows, so that really helps for phase 4 of Ganon. Trying to remember, where was Pod Big? I'm trying to remember where that was, actually. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, the skull with big chest. Oh, okay. That's, that's not a good check to go back to. That's just a kind of a one-off there. I mean, unless you were thinking at that moment, okay, I got Skull Woods big, I'm gonna have to just play that one through. Ooh. Now, I don't think Yoshi... Yeah, he only got one sword, and he didn't go down in this room, and oh, wow, okay, so Tito's is going to go scout this out. Oh, that's pretty good timing for that one, okay. I actually didn't expect Tito's to get that second sword there. Oh, that's a nice quick TR big for Yoshi. That should be straight back to TR, and we're assuming he's got the portal save in place. Yeah, I think in this case, fast Ganon means you don't have to do, you don't have to climb top of GT. You just go straight to Ganon once you have 5 crystals. And Tito's very conveniently finding 2 swords. I thought maybe I was going to get 1 sword in there, but it ended up getting 2 swords. So now you've got tempered sword silver arrows, which is like completely free. And Yoshi's just rushing TR. I believe that is their third pendant. So, yeah, it's just a race to the finish for Team Banana Brigade. Okay, didn't get the Twitch glitch, but no issue. The easy KO on Tito's KOing Ganon there. So that is a single G for Banana Brigade. And now it's just Yoshi, not too much longer, having to take out Rhinex and rush to Pedestal. Yeah, so this one, it looked like that Eastern Big, just a kind of a problem. It got isolated on Phendrana's side, because that led to the Fire Rod that locked a couple of the pendants. And needed that Fire Rod to get Bombos. I mean, I think in the seed, I don't know. I don't think it was so much the crystals that were the problem. I think it was really the pendants that had a lot of bumps in the road. Pod Big is pretty isolated. Fire Rod, Eastern Big, those are just really out of the way if you don't get them as soon as you can. Bombos, of course, being fire locked. And let's see, yeah, it really is just the pendants that were the bigger issue here. All right, so Yoshi getting, looks like their third pendant. Yeah, in the chat, I'll take your word for it. In this case, especially when you only need 5 out of 7 crystals, so you can ditch whichever 2 crystals you think are too tedious to get. With pendants, you don't have a choice. There's only 3 pendants. You got to get them all, and those don't have any kind of restrictions. Like I wouldn't be surprised some seeds you had to climb GT to get requirements for pendants. There's probably been plenty of seeds that the players have gone through. All right, so Yoshi gonna be pulling that pedestal. And that's right to the Triforce room, so that is GG. Banana Brigade with both sides complete. Got Pedestal and Ganon defeated. So that is a win for Banana Brigade. That is a 2-0, so they will be advancing on to the next round. Looking like Phendrana Drifters put in the DNF. But yeah, GG's to both teams. Again, this race, it really just came down to kind of one couple of big points that one side did and the other side um, just happened to either put it aside or couldn't get around to it. And that happens. It just takes sometimes just one thing here. It's just like a bottlenecking. Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't even think Boots was gonna be of much use. I was like, okay, this is gonna be pretty late in the seed. There's not gonna be too much use, and then nope, never mind. Bonk Rocks having TR big, and I was like, man, these pendants are just locked up by like everything today. Yeah, just forgot to click the done button there to so that the invite can come out. Okay, hey, Jet and Megawatt, welcome, GG's.
GG's. So we're the first in this chat, right? So we actually win. Is that how this works? Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So this one, I think you're mentioning in the chat. Yeah, this one, I think the big bottleneck was really the pendants, because I think the crystals weren't that many obstacles for that, but like pendants were just like everything locking it.
Yeah. It was
Hello,
very
GG.
easy to get 5 crystals, but like impossible to get the pendants.
GG's.
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 And welcome, Tito's.
We kind of hit lucky the early round, I guess.
Yeah, as soon as I found the fire rod, I had this like sinking feeling like, oh man, we could have had that super early before we even reached GT, potentially, just depending on how you routed it. Unfortunately, me deciding not to continue after Uncle ended up deciding pretty much the whole seed for us, because we were bottlenecked on our pendants, whereas I assume you guys probably got your fire rod early with that time and weren't nearly as bottlenecked. Okay.
Yes, I got it first, and Yoshi immediately went also for the Big Eastern and got his fire rod.
Yeah, that
Right
makes
after.
sense. Kind of figured it had to be something like that. Ugh. Yeah, that mid-game bottleneck looking for literally any pendant dungeon relevant item was not great.
Yeah, we were missing Bombos, of course, because we were missing Fire Rod for a while. And we were looking for the Pod Big, although we had the ability to get Pod Big, we just had no reason to go back to Skull Woods without Fire Rod yet.
Mm-hmm. And all of the other one-offs were at least a little bit closer to another one-off, so made other stuff easier to route in before Skullwood's big chest.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it was a pretty ugly chain for the pendants because I know you had to get. I'm trying to remember. I know you got hookshot, or everyone got hookshot early, so that was fine. Quake was in hookshot cave, I believe, so you had to take that into Mire. You picked up a hammer there, silvers, which are convenient. So you got hammer. So that's for pod and stuff. And then you had to do GT. You had to get into GT pretty early because that had both Samaria and the mirror. And that mirror is needed for Skullwood's big key, which that's needed for pod big. And I'm thinking, oh, this is a bad pendant chain at this point.
Yeah, I think there's also a Turtle Rock small inside of GT as well. So it's just like the game for pendants really wanted you to do crystal dungeons to get what you needed for pendant dungeons.
And I think for a while, it was like we were seeing no swords. You just had the one sword. And I'm like, man, what happens if these swords are just like in the very back somewhere? Okay, you got boots on Ether. I was first thinking like, okay, what happens if you have well, the pedestal can't have a sword. Luckily, that just goes to the end. But if you have something that like the sword somewhere way out of the way, and then both tablets having swords, and I'm like, man, that's bad. But okay, we don't have that, and the pod having two swords in it. Because I think Yoshi only got the one sword out of the Bowlock side. So I'm wondering, Titos, what made you decide to go to the back and do the Harmless Hellway for the other
There
sword?
were still 2 checks open Yoshi cannot do in his first trip, so I decided to just go for that.
I mean, probably when you saw that sword, it was like, oh, okay, well, this is the easy mode. Now you got tempered swords.
I was really happy about that sword. I have a question for the 2 drifters.
Sure.
You played your async, I guess, already?
Yep.
Yes. Well, I guess that's
maybe-
a question for Jet then.
What was it? The seed? Was it okay or really annoying?
It was all right. I feel like it could have went either way. So I didn't necessarily feel like it was great. Like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna win this one. Like, definitely not. I feel like it could have went either way. It was a little tough with early game resources. I forget how long it took us to get like our first sword, but for a while we were just fighter sword. So I don't know. I think it could have went either way. But hey, now let's practice for next league.
Yes, I told Yoshi already. Maybe they will pick for the first game in the next round, the key draw. Because I don't like this mode. They should do it.
I mean, I had to look it up and see, like, well, how did they define this mode? And it's like, oh, great, because there's no average time for this one. It's just have to finish both objectives.
Yeah.
Since times are going to be different. In this case, the pendants are probably going to take longer just because there's a lot more bottlenecks in that compared to crystals.
Well, you don't have to climb GT, which is nice. There's no GT big key. And of course, the early access to GT just is an extra location to check. So it does make for some interesting plays. Honestly, the average time, I think, has been around an hour for most of our practices and everything. So an hour is just a good time. So it is a nice fast mode, I think, for co-op.
Yeah, I think this one was 10. Yoshi was like 105, so it's around the average range, like you said. Certainly the co-op helps because it's like, in this case, let's say you find Fire Rod, you're going to tell your teammate, hey, you might want to go get this right now.
That
So-
happened a few times in this match too, because Megawatt's like, okay, you need to come here. I just got hammer or whatever it is. So I feel like early game was basically just following them, just because Megawatt happened to get the resources that we needed.
So I think in general, like, so say with this mode, so when do you, like, at the beginning, neither side is probably going to commit to crystals or pendants. I guess it depends what you get along the way. If, like, what's going to make you lean towards, okay, I'm going to do pendants versus, oh, I'm going to do crystals instead.
Yeah, so we prioritize items because they're typically used in a number of dungeons, and maybe keep track of keys, and then we'll try to figure out what are the pendant dungeons, and whoever has the better resources towards the pendant dungeons, then they typically become the pendant runner. Now, our practice last night, it's like I got pendant, I don't know, Skullwoods or something like that, and it dropped a required item for pendant Turtle Rock or whatever it was. So it's sort of like, I'm like, oh, I'm the pendant player because I just got one pendant and I can go get a second pendant. So it becomes obvious in that case. But like today, we could have switched. Like it was close enough, depending on what keys Megawatt still needed to grab. He could have potentially just switched over and started grabbing pendants because I had 3 crystals. By the time we forfeit, with an easy 2 that I could have grabbed. So this one was really weird, and that's just because of how we ended up routing, the late fire rod and everything. But yeah, GG's. Good luck in your next races, guys.
Yeah, GG, thank you.
So I think that the next round for you is already in place, I think.
I think so. It depends on the other match, what was happening before our match. I don't know how the result was. But if
I think you both won 2-0, so
okay, then we have to Sticky Priest as the next.
Yeah, I was looking at the brackets. I'm assuming they're up to the Sticky Priest are 2-0 on their end already. So that should be a good matchup. So we'll see what game 1 will present. I don't know who's going to choose that one, which team. So should be a good match in any case. Okay. Any final thoughts? Any of you?
Well, thanks for the restream. See you guys next league. Definitely
Also
gotta
from my side. Oh,
do more
sorry.
practice.
Also from my side, thank you for the restream and GG again. See you next year.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap up this stream here. So again, GG's to both teams here, Phendrana Drifters, Jet and Megawatt, and Banana Brigade with Yoshi and Tito's. Again, Banana Brigade will be advancing on to the next round, so should be good matches coming up there. But yeah, should wrap it up for this stream. Yeah, thanks to SG3 community, the chat, helping to keep me up to speed on the items here, since I'm having to keep an eye on 4 people at the same time. So the big thanks to them for helping keep track of things. I am Pixcalibur, and we'll see you guys in the next race.